This podcast was edited and uploaded by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip and Geeb Podcast. I am your host, Uncle Geeb, but this week I am Editor Geeb because this is going to be another episode of Drip and Geeb Selects. Drip and Geeb Selects are going to be when we take old episodes and repurpose them as new episodes while we are away. And right now, currently, I am on vacation. I'm hanging out over on the East Coast, and on the back end of that trip, I'm going to be seeing Drip in West Virginia, and we're going to be doing a live podcast. So stay tuned for that. We'll upload that podcast here on YouTube and the audio platforms, as well as do it live at his place. So make sure to stay tuned on where we're going to do that live stream, either Twitch or YouTube. This week is going to be an old episode, I believe it was episode 8. And it's going to be, I think we talked about Switch hardware, like as far as like, do we need new hardware, something like that. I'm actually going to be watching that as I edit right now. So I'll be seeing that for the first time. And since I recorded it back a while ago, make sure to stay tuned on social medias, where the Drip and Geeb Twitter and on Discord to stay tuned on when we're actually going to be doing that live podcast. But next 3 weeks are going to be these Drip and Geeb Selects. But anyway, guys, please enjoy this Drip and Geeb Selects episode. I hope you guys have a good time listening to it, reliving that memory, or seeing it for the first time. Please like and subscribe to this video. Make sure to watch it all the way through. That'd be great. And also go ahead and download our audio podcast anywhere you can find a podcast. And without further ado, Drip and Geeb Selects. Does the Switch need better hardware? What's up, Drip? How you doing?
Dude, I'm having a good week. I'm having a very good week. Lots of things going on, lots of productive things. Completely changed the video style of the channel.
Yeah.
I mean, not for good. I mean, the stuff that I do is not going away. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I've had a pretty good week, man. I've had a pretty good week. I've been working on that all week. Other stuff's going on too. We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
But what about you? How was your week? I know you've had a very different week than normal, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, normal in the past year, it's been.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you can call that normal, but yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever this last
It's
year
more.
was. Yeah.
It's more like I've finally gotten back to like normalcy, and the past year, which is the year and a half, really, which that was the weird part, and now it's getting back into normal. But it is weird transitioning. Like I was just thinking as I'm getting up this morning, I'm like, I'm getting up to going. I'm going to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this thing again where I have a job. It's weird. And that's what I've been doing this week. I have a job, a part-time job, working for maintenance, which is nothing crazy, but it's as I like to say now, it's like my side hustle. Even though it's where my bulk of my money's coming in, but it's still the side hustle, right? What we're doing here is like the main focus, and I have put that off to the side this week. I have not streamed at all. I haven't streamed, and I did stream earlier today, but I did not stream until last Wednesday is the last time I streamed. So yeah, I mean, the schedule was it was rough, like getting back into the groove and like trying to bring in the stream. I was just tired, I was just physically tired.
Dude,
so.
I can definitely understand that. You know what? And I was thinking about this when you told me that. I thought of this. It's kind of the same thing, but not. When I take my kids to Disney World, okay, the first like 2 days, it's like they're miserable. Like they're so tired and they can't do anything. But then it's like it's always that third day. Everybody's kind of got in the groove of like getting up real early, being out in the hot sun all day, walking, doing all this stuff, go. Yep. And by the third day, everybody's like, bam, 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 Mickey Mouse. Oh, I'm going here, going there, bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. I went through the same exact thing. Like today was the 4th day. Actually, yesterday I was feeling okay. I could have streamed yesterday if I needed to, but today was definitely that day for me. It was like, okay, like clearly because I worked my normal shift like I did, but then I went home, ate a little bit, showered, streamed for an hour and a half, 45, whatever, and then now we're here again. I have not stopped pretty much all day. So I mean,
nice.
I feel good though. I feel good. So like this is a good thing. Like I can get used to this schedule.
Yeah, that was me yesterday. Oh my god, my day yesterday was so insane. I talked about this last night over on Twitch. I finished editing the video that went up today, and obviously live chat. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I put a lot of time into that. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to, but we'll get back to where it needs to be. It's fine. And podcast listeners, if you haven't watched it, make sure you go watch it too.
Link below in your podcasting app.
Yes. But I finished editing that and finally was like, all right, you know what? I have to stop editing. Like, it's never going to be perfect. Like, just stop. This is good enough. Just put it up. Stop it. So I did that all morning, and then I went to shoot a farm, which was cool. But it was in a no-fly zone, so I had all these issues with my drone. And then I had to go. DJ, they just give you all the stuff. If you are signed in, they're like, yeah, if we have your email address, like we'll just ask you not to do it, and you just click that you won't, and then we'll just unlock it and you can do it. How is that allowed?
That is wild.
How is that allowed? It's so weird.
And in the rules, and I mean,
yeah, they're covering their own, their own tail.
I guess they are.
But it's like, I was like, yeah, sure, I'm not going to fly it. But clearly I'm here trying to fly it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I went to see Black Widow right after that.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And then, I found Bush Apple last night, which was amazing.
Hey!
Finally found some Bush Apple. I wasn't happy about the way I found it. I had to go buy it from a bar, 6-pack to go, bar prices. So it was like $2.50 a can.
That's
not. It's not good. I'm not doing that again. Yeah. You asked me earlier if I was going to have Bush Apple tonight, and I was like, no, I'm not paying that again. I'll wait till they get it in the stores.
Yeah.
It'll be here next week. It should be here next week.
Cool. Is that going to be, I have a question for you. Is that going to be a regional thing? Can I get that? Can I get that?
You should be able to get it.
Okay. Because I will.
It's
if I can.
It's weird, man. Like, it's so hard to find. It was really hard to find last year. It was really hard to find. I don't know what the deal was. It was really hard to find. They said there's going to be more of it this year.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll let you know when it's around here. You should have it around there before I have it. It seems like.
I hope so. I'm gonna
You're
get
in a
some.
way more populated area than I am.
I mean, I guess I don't know what the. I mean, I'm not in Chicago. I mean, that's what I like to say. But I mean, I'm
right. But you're close. You're way closer to a city like that than I am to any other city.
That is true.
Pittsburgh,
that is true.
And it's like an hour and a half from here.
Well, I mean, that's actually not too far from Chicago. I mean, it's about an hour and 15 from here.
I'm in Pittsburgh then. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. You guys should be getting it soon too. Then, yeah, stream last night. It was a good time. We did some just chatting last night, which was really nice. I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more. But yeah, good week.
On
good
Twitch.
Week.
You did that on Twitch, right?
Yes, on Twitch. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot over. I kind of just like streaming over on Twitch a little bit better. Like, I want to keep the podcast on YouTube for sure because I just want to keep it here for now. But I like streaming over there. The noises, the stuff. I like it. Yeah, it's fun.
If you haven't been to a Twitch stream, either of Drips or mine, they're lots of fun. My phone is not muted. Now we're gonna do that.
All right. So I mean, that's cool. You got a job.
Yep.
I have been. I've been doing other stuff besides this a lot this week too. Like going out from the video. I've shot a bunch of houses.
I want to explain. It's less about the job, like what you guys need to know about. It's less about the job and more about Geeb now has money.
Yeah.
So Geeb can eventually do things like maybe get a real PC.
That'd be great.
And like other things. So yeah,
definitely need that going.
That's how this is the benefit for me getting a job is you guys get more things.
Well, I do want to get into this because I opened this before we started and it's almost gone. I want to get into the beer of the week because I have
the beverage of the week. We're rebranding a little bit.
Beer of the week. It's beverage of the week because Geeb keeps not participating. He's like,
sorry,
I forgot to get it. I'm like, dude, this is an intricate part of the podcast. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
I just think I think it's fun. I just think it's fun to have.
No, I agree.
I did find one. I found one today that is very interesting. So interesting, in fact, that I had to get a glass because we have to pour this into a glass to look at it.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if it's going to be what it says it is. We could have some false advertising here, but I did get a glass. I have it. Go ahead and tell them what yours is. Your non-participating double drink.
It's another mule. I guess that's boring. I mean, some people will die for a mule right now, I'm sure.
It's not terrible. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, it's good. Another Moscow mule, and It's good. I definitely threw it together last second. I mean, I did mention quickly on the stream before we went live for the recording the podcast. I do have this mudslide beverage, that mixed drink that Abby made me, which is basically
Now that is what you could have had. That would have been nice.
It's just like yeah. I mean, it would have been more interesting. I agree, and it would have been different than last week. I just like my meals better, and it just tastes like a milkshake, chocolate milkshake. That's not as good as normal chocolate milkshake with some alcohol, which it's okay. It's made with ice. She said she could have made it with ice cream, and that would have
changed the game.
Yes.
Right there.
And I didn't.
A whole different story right there.
And she asked me, "Do you want it with ice cream?" I'm like, "Oh no, just do it with ice," because I didn't know what it was. She just said mudslide. You want a mudslide? You want ice or ice cream? I'm like, I don't want ice cream. Ice is fine. And yeah, it turns out it probably would have been a lot better with ice cream.
Turns out you actually wanted the ice cream.
Yeah. Anyway,
definitely.
Let's get to the eagerly awaited beverage of the week for you.
You just wait. You just wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right. I found this. A friend told me about this earlier today, and I was like, that sounds crazy. I was like, where'd you get it? It's over at the Gucci Kroger.
Gucci.
Got to go across town to the Gucci Kroger.
Gucci.
The big one. We have 5 in our town, but there's one that's like, the size of 2 Walmarts put together for some reason. It's got a bunch of stuff. It's got a bar in it. So.
Okay. Kroger.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you, Kroger, out here with the bar. Anyway, so it's from Duclaw Brewing Company in Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. I got family in Baltimore.
It's called Sour Me Unicorn Farts. Okay? So.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, it gets better. It gets better. This is a glittered, yes, you heard me correctly, glittered sour ale, okay? This is ale brewed with fruity cereal and edible glitter.
Wow.
That's why we have to have the glass, because I want to see if there's actually glitter in this beer.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. I mean, I now understand how important the glass was.
Yeah, so, like if I just drink it, like we're not gonna know.
Yeah, I taste that glitter. And those of you on the audio version, of course, just go back and scrub through the video version and check out the image. The video of this beverage being poured into this glass, because oh my god.
Dude, there's glitter in it, I can see it.
Do it, pour it, let's see it.
Okay. Oh my god. I want to make sure the light's good so you guys can see it.
It's fine. Okay, as right at the moment, from my angle, which is small. I don't
see it.
It looks like a normal beer. I think I see speckles in there. Hard to see. I have a small view.
Sitting on top. Now I don't.
Oh, is this like the biggest disappointment of 2021? Besides the Switch Pro not being announced? Oh, getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh! Ding!
Ding!
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay. What was I seeing floating on top? Now I'm kind of concerned.
Is there mold in there?
Maybe it was just like some bubbles that were sitting like under the surface slightly, and I thought it was.
So you have the best view of this. Can you see anything that's discernible that's different than a normal beer? Can you tell? Because my angle, I can't really tell.
No, it looks like a beer. I haven't even smelled it yet. Oh my god, it smells like Fruit Loops. Like straight up.
I mean,
straight up like Fruit Loops.
I gotta tell my family to get me some of that. My family in Baltimore gotta get me some of that.
Holy crap, that's good.
Oh, I mean,
oh my god.
So that's a roller coaster of emotions we just went through with this beer.
Whoa. Okay, it's a sour. So it's got that, that sour taste, but everything around it is a Fruit Loop. Everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like that finish of like a bite of cereal that or even if you take one out of the box and once you already swallow it, you know how that taste stays in your mouth? That's what I have right now.
It's
incredible. So close to an actual Fruit Loop that it's kind of scary.
Is it does it give that creamy sensation of Fruit Loops, or is it just pure Fruit Loop?
But that's the thing. It's on the back end because the sour is what hits you. You know what I mean? You get that sour first, but that Yeah, that creaminess is still in the back. This is a very it's a complex this is a
Wow.
complex flavor right here. There's a lot going on here.
Now the lack of glitter is it made up by the taste?
See, there is little stuff floating around in there, but I'm guessing that's just
Do you
like
have your phone on you? Maybe shine a light behind the glass and see if anything.
that's not a bad idea. Let's
Yeah.
see what we can do. Let's see if this will make it easier for you guys to see at least.
I don't really see anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, no, I can't. I can see it. Holy shit, it's glitter. Whoa, you can see it. It's tiny glitter. Holy crap.
Oh, can't see it on camera.
Oh, you can't see it on camera. It's there. Oh my god.
I can't. I mean, I can't see it.
When the light hits it, dude, it's multicolored glitter. It's tiny, 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 tiny little glitter.
Well, it doesn't show up well on camera, but that's no fault to its own. So maybe in person, pick this beer up.
Yeah, it's because of this light. It was messing it all up. Even back here, I can see it now. Oh yeah, there's glitter all in there. Tons of glitter.
Huh.
I was looking for big chunks of glitter. It's little like fine glitter.
You know, like your normal glitter is the size of like a quarter. You know, that kind of glitter.
Well, you know what I mean. Like big pieces of glitter. This is very, very fine, like
glitter. You know, like glitter. You know how glitter is
like
fine.
Tiny, tiny, tiny glitter.
I believe you.
There it is. Glitter like they would put in a paint on a car.
Oh,
very small.
Mm-hmm.
Like very small. But it's all in there. I can see it. Like I can turn it. I see a green one right there. There's pink. Like that's insane. Probably the best beer we've had on the show so far.
I love sours and I love Fruit Loops. So I need to try this one. I need to hunt this one.
Oh my dude. Wow. I am impressed with this. All right. I know we took a lot of time with that.
Important stuff.
But it was, I knew this was going to be a fun one this week. So I definitely wanted to take some time with it. It's crazy. I'm glad you said something about the phone light because that really did make it show up. Anyway, Geeb, you have been working all week. So you haven't played your Switch whatsoever.
Nope. No games. I mean, go ahead.
I got to go back to Monster Hunter.
Nice.
Finally. That was fun. That was really fun. Playing Monster Hunter again was really fun. I played a lot of stuff this week. I went back to Animal Crossing this week.
I missed that stream. I apologize. I really wanted to be there, but I was.
Oh, it's okay, man. It's okay. You were tired. It's fine. I'm building a Starbucks by the museum, and instead of the Starbucks logo, like the green logo, I found one instead of having that like the face that's on it.
Yeah, it's
replaced with Tom Nook's head in the logo.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Oh man.
So that was fun. We're going to start doing that too, man. I just need to start streaming like whenever, just because that's when I play games the most.
Yeah, Abby's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and our island, which is really her island that I just reside on, is looking so good. She's been doing so much stuff.
She sent me screenshots. What was it, last night, of all the stuff that I want to steal from her island.
Yeah.
So
there's more. There's more now, and she's doing good things over there.
Yeah, that's my next project. Probably next time I stream it, which is gonna be sometime next week. But yeah, man. I didn't play any Zelda this week, which I should have, but I didn't. I don't know why.
I'll speak for myself, but maybe you can agree a little bit. Like I still like Zelda. I'm not disinterested. But I'm waiting for the game that we'll talk about later, Skyward Sword, which is not a surprise. I'm waiting for that.
I'm ready for Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
I'm ready for Skyward Sword. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think that's why I'm like, I love Twilight Princess, but I'm like, man, I'm ready to play Skyward Sword at this point. I think that's why I'm kind of like, whatever.
I feel you.
But there's another game that was announced. I'm sorry, not announced, released today.
Yep. There is. Yeah.
That I know you were originally pretty excited for this one, and I was too.
I'm still excited for it, but things have changed a little bit.
I've lost a little bit of interest in it. We're talking about Monster Hunter Stories 2. Now I know a lot of people are really into this game and really excited. I really was, and I played some of the first one, as you guys know. I played some of the first one on mobile, and it was fine. for that type of game, a game that I'm not really into that style of game. You know what I mean?
I can't agree more. I'm the same way. I don't usually like it.
Turn-based RPG stuff, like it's just not really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the story. I like what they have idea-wise as far as story goes, but I don't know. I've lost interest. I'm probably not going to pick it up. I mean, not right now. I just feel like I'm playing a bunch of stuff right now, and I know I'm about to start like a 40-hour game next week. Like I don't want to get this and start it and then not ever come back to it, because that's what'll happen. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I abandon games. I delete them out of my phone, block them, act like we never even met. Like, who are you? No, I don't know you.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in myself that I've lost interest, because I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, no,
it looks great.
I still really like this game. But what it is what you said a second ago. It's not my type of game. It's not the turn-based systems of play. Not my thing. You know, as much as I liked the first game on mobile, as I played as well. It's fun, but I'll spend 5 hours on this game, and then I won't play it again.
Yep.
And it's so expensive. If
I get it now, that's what's gonna happen.
Like, I mean, Geeb's got money now, but still.
Oh, Geeb!
So it's not like a matter of like I'm gonna like not be able to eat this week if I buy this game. No, I mean I can get this game, but I don't think I'm going. Like I don't know what it is with the Monster Hunter series, because the same thing happened to me with Rise, where I got excited, I was gonna buy it, then I wasn't, then I was, and then I wasn't. This was more of a clear, like, I'm gonna buy it, and we got really close to the release day. Now the release day is here, and here I am, not already. It's not in my hands, and like, if you would ask me 2 weeks ago, this game absolutely on release day.
You were in 2 weeks ago, man. Like,
absolutely,
you were dead set. Like, no questions asked.
Yeah. And I'm again,
when I asked you before the podcast if you had got the game yet, and you said no, that you didn't think you were going to get it, that really surprised me. I was like, wow, we should definitely just shut up and talk about this once we hit record, because I'm interested. Yeah. But I see exactly where you're coming from with it. It's just not with Rise. I think you're wrong with Rise, but I don't think you like that kind of game either.
Yeah,
because it's not this kind of game, but it's a game that normally I'm not all that fond of either, because it's just like, you know, build your stuff, go do the same thing, do this. There's a lot more in the game that I haven't got to. Like, I'm level 5 or 6 or something like that, and when we were playing the other night, the guy who came in to help us do this giant thing that we were trying to do was a level like 452 or something like that. Like, it's insane. I mean, I've barely scratched the surface of the game, but I love it. I think it's fun. This one, I know unless I get to that certain part of the story where it's like, okay, I have to know what's happening going forward. I can't not finish this game. I can't not finish the game.
Right.
But for me to get to that point in the game, like, it's a coin toss. Am I going to get there before Skyward Sword comes out? Probably not, because I'm probably going to play it 3 times and be like, it's fun, but I don't know.
They for me, they waited too long, and it's not their fault. It's really my fault. They waited too long for me, and I'm out. That whether that's their fault or my fault, whatever. I don't really care. I think it's my fault, but I've lost. If it came out 2 weeks ago, it'd already be in my hands, and I probably would have put a lot of time in it already, but it's not. And the demo came out, and the demo didn't help it because of things we talked about last week.
The frame rate, man. That's the one thing I keep seeing. It's now, like,
I mean, if we talk to Alex again, he'll tell me how much of an idiot I am about frame rates with that game. But listen, the important part is, which I'm not wrong about, is that it fluctuates greatly.
Yeah. Well,
even from like
whatever the frame rates are. Yes, you aren't the only one. Every single person that reviewed it or said anything about the game or the demo, or everybody says, frame rate issues on the Switch. Like, it's bad. So, but I mean, that's our life as Nintendo fans right now, and it ain't gonna
And
get better anytime soon.
And I'm not one of those people that goes, frame rates are bad, not playing it. Like, I played Hyrule Warriors, and it's my favorite game of 2020.
Yeah. Well, but
Favorite game
here's
of
the
2020.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm invested enough in Hyrule Warriors and the story of that. I want that. I don't care what the frame rate is. I'm playing it anyway.
Yeah.
With a game like this, I'm like, that just is another thing on top of like, meh. I'm not gonna mess with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the thing. It's just another thing.
Yeah. Here's what I think I'll do. I think I'm going to play the demo. I'm going to start the demo over and play it one more time on the TV. Because I played it on handheld on my Switch Lite, and I did like it, but I got bored with it, and I didn't pick it up again. And I think I got really close to the end of the demo. I'm not sure. It's about 2 hours in. I think I'm going to restart it, put it up on the TV, try again. And if I don't buy it by next Friday with Skyward Sword, I'm probably not going to buy it. It's likely though that I come out of GameStop or wherever we're going to buy the game, at probably Walmart, with both those copies of those games. It's likely. But if I walk out with one game, it's just going to be Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I'm not walking out anywhere with any game anymore ever.
That's right.
I'm going all digital. I'm making a video about it. I'm going to try to turn the world with me all digital. Why it's so good. Why it doesn't matter.
Listen, I know you're a collector too. I mean, look at your shelf behind you. It's wild.
Dude, no, okay. The glitter's starting to settle into the bottom now. Like, there's so much glitter in this. I'm so sorry that I said there wasn't at first. Like, it's settled into the bottom now. I want to drink it and stir it up a little bit.
Just blow bubbles.
I need a straw. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, next week. I mean, next week is going to be awesome because a game that I know I'm picking up and I know you are picking up comes out.
Oh, yes.
Skyward Sword HD. Very pumped about that. We got all our quality of life stuff. We got, I got schooled last week because I thought there wasn't going to be any support for the Pro Controller. And we discovered together that, in fact, there is, which is great. So I'm on board with this. It's going to be fun. Most of our listeners know, but if you don't know, I want to kind of give you a little bit of background on the Geebster here. The Geebster here is our resident Nintendo noob. He doesn't have a lot of experience with a lot of franchises with Nintendo, Zelda being one of them. So as I have never played Skyward Sword, neither has he. The difference is I know a lot of stuff about Skyward Sword. I know some of the characters. I know, I pretty much know what happens. He knows nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So I have a game for you, Geeb. I have a fun game we are going to play. And the name of the game is Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character.
That's a clever butt name right there.
I just made that up literally on the spot.
So clever.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's way better and more clever than
obviously,
last week's game title.
The way this game is going to work, I have some stuff down here that we are going to we're going to look at here. So what I'm going to do, the first one we'll do a gimme, and this doesn't count. This does not count. So just to show you how the game works, so we all are clear, I will say, okay, Geeb, are you ready for your first name?
Yes.
And you will say?
Yes.
Okay. And I will say Link. And you will say, think about it, maybe this, that, whatever. Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
Nah, he's not in the game.
He's not?
No. It's just Navi. It stars Navi, right?
Yes. Okay, so you get the game. You get the game.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. First, now remember, Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, the game. There has to be a character in Skyward Sword.
No, and we're not talking about Zelda characters in general. We're just talking about
Skyward Sword characters. Okay. We're gonna start with Golo. Is Golo a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
Before I answer, I have a question about this game. Can I ask you, kind of like spelling bee style, like using a sentence, but not using a sentence? Can you just describe the character for me? Because most of these characters are real, right?
I will not be doing that. No.
I think
you cannot do that.
That's way, because you could have made fake descriptions for characters as well, and you could have, like, you know what I mean? But
I didn't go that far, so you can't do that.
Okay, Golo. I'm just got all I have is a name.
That's all you get. Yeah,
not even a picture.
You get a name. No, you get a name. I can't give you a picture.
Do I have a coin somewhere?
Because, dude, you're gonna realize very soon that, yeah, just Golo.
I'm gonna realize that I don't know the characters. Of course, I already know.
No, you're gonna realize. No, we're going a little bit further with this game than I think you understand. That's okay though. Go ahead. What do you think?
Golo is not a Skyward Sword character.
Golo is a Skyward Sword character.
Damn it!
Golo is a Goron that lives in the Lanayru caves, actually.
Okay. Also, I realize I have this bell. So when you tell me I got something right, I'm going to ding this bell. The stream won't hear it, but the audio people will.
Okay. Good. Okay. The next one is Bosk. Is Bosk a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
No. He's not a character.
Final answer.
Yes.
You got that one right.
Yes, you almost got me, you son of a jerk.
Bosk is not a Skyward Sword character. Bosk is actually a Transdotian bounty hunter from Star Wars. So good job.
Okay. You almost got me. You almost got me to switch last second. You were.
I wanted you to, because I wanted you to get that one wrong, but you got it right. You got it right.
Let's go.
Bosk is he's one of those lizard people that's standing there with Boba Fett and Empire Strikes Back. He's in some other stuff too, but yeah, good job. Okay, so I want to make sure I don't ask the same ones twice, so I'm going to. I don't like the order I have them in, so I'm kind of like. So you're 1-1 right now. You've got one right, one wrong.
All right.
Everybody wants to pay attention to this score, because it might be important later.
Shh! Don't tell them.
Okay. The next one, let's do this one. The next one is Pum.
Can you spell that?
Pumm. Pum.
Yes, he's a character in Skyward Sword.
That is correct. He is a character in Skyward Sword. He is the owner of the Lumpy Pumpkins restaurant.
Lumpy Dumpy sit in the wall restaurant?
The Lumpy Pumpkin restaurant. He's the owner. So you have two right. Two right.
Do I need a certain number here, or are we
no? I mean, you've got two right and one wrong.
I mean, I'm doing great so far.
Yeah, you're doing really good.
67%. I passed. I squeezed through that high school class.
Okay, we need to get rid of that one.
Oh, okay.
The next one is Pippet. Is Pippet a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
I'm going to do myself a favor and not think too much about these. Yes, he's a Skyward Sword character.
He is a Skyward Sword character! You got 3 right.
And you're trying to... Yeah!
So Pippet, he's a Loftwing expert, actually. Ooh. And he was the winner of the last year's Loftwing race.
So
he's kind of a badass. He also wears a yellow version of Link's traditional green tunic in this game, but it shows, what was it? It represents his graduation class from the academy.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Very interesting stuff there.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, for me, yes, because I've never played the game.
It's interesting stuff. That's why I wrote some of this stuff down.
There you go.
So you can have some...
Thank you. I appreciate
some fun stuff to learn here. Okay, so let me get rid of this real quick. I don't want to say the same ones. So you now have how many right?
3.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
You've only got one wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm feeling myself right now.
Tubbert. Is Tubbert a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
Yes, he's a Skyward Sword character.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is on fire.
Yes!
Get another one right. He runs the Thrill Digger game on Elden Volcano.
I couldn't be happier right now. I'm clipping my audio.
You're doing very good, man. You're doing very good.
I don't actually think I'm clipping the audio too much. I think we're doing all right. So I don't have to edit this too much. All right.
Okay, the next one is Naburu.
Naburu.
Is Naburu a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
I'm going to go no. He's not a Skyward Sword character.
You're right.
Yeah! Oh my God!
You're right. Now, she is a Zelda character. She is a character in Zelda, but she is in Ocarina of Time. She is the second in command of the Gerudo, only under Ganondorf himself.
Because you said that name, and I was like, that's... what I'm doing in my head, for those of you who are wondering if this is rigged or not, what I'm doing is the name, I'm trying to spell it out in my head, and I'm trying to figure out, is that a name that Zelda would use, the series would use? And if it's not, I say no. And if it is, I say yes. But that one was like conflicting. That was like, that sounds like a name they would use. And it even sounds familiar. I may have even heard that name already because I've been playing Ocarina of Time.
Might see a few more of those. You might don't know. So how
All
many is
right,
that? You got right. 4?
4. Wait, is that 5? Is that 4 or 5?
You got one wrong, and I have 1, 2, 3. That's 5.
That's 5.
I'll have the right answer at the end because we'll say that's 5 right now. I'll know at the end. Okay. The next one is Mitsubu. Is Mitsubu a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
Mitsubu is a Skyward Sword character.
Mitsubu is not a Skyward Sword character.
What did I say? I forget what I said.
You said it was. You are wrong.
I'm wrong. Okay.
So you have 2 wrong. 2 wrong. Mitsubu is actually a name I made up in my head earlier as I was driving to get the beer of the week, and I passed a Mitsubishi dealership.
I love it. I actually love that I got that one wrong. All right, so we're sitting at 5 still. I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Yeah, well, you have 2 wrong, and I know how many I have. So either way, I can keep track of this.
All right.
2. Yes, it's 5. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, next one is Aegis. Is Aegis a Skyward Sword character or not a Skyward Sword character?
Not a Skyward Sword character.
Wrong. Aegis is a Skyward Sword character. He's actually the Knight Commander. He's also a huge fan of pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup.
Yeah, so you now have 3 wrong and 5 right.
Yeah.
Just a few left here. Just a few left.
Okay.
So don't get tripped up. Stonn. If you need a spelling, I can spell it for you. Stonn.
Please do.
Stonn. Stonn.
Not a Skyward Sword character.
Not a Skyward Sword character.
Sorry,
he is a Vulcan from Star Trek.
Nice. That's a little difficult, but I was pretty confident in my answer.
I figured that one might trip you up, but I gotta say, you're doing pretty good so far. All right, last one. Here we go. Last one. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Fledge. Is Fledge a Skyward Sword character or not?
Can you spell that name, please?
Fledge.
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 Does Fledge like to fledulate?
I don't know.
Okay. So I'm going to guess, this is the final question. I'm going to guess that this is a Zelda character. You saved probably the one that's most difficult for last, is my guess.
I will tell you right now, I did these completely out of order.
Oh, okay.
I had a list of 10, and I just picked from different parts of the list.
Fledge. Fledge sounds like a guy who lives a humble life. And Fledge, he was a plumber in one life as well. He's humble, and he was a plumber. And he's retired now. Fledge is not in Skyward Sword.
Fledge is a Skyward Sword character. You are wrong.
I'm going to ring the bell anyway.
Oh, so Fledge is actually a student at the academy. He also runs the pumpkin pull mini game.
Pumpkins seem to be a common theme with this game.
There are pumpkins, yes. Looks like it. So you got 5 right.
6 right.
6. Did you get 6 right?
You're the game host. Make sure I was right. I got 4 wrong, right?
Okay, you got 4 wrong.
I think.
You got 6 right.
Okay.
So you barely won. You won the game. You win. So, for everybody watching at home here in the chat, not the audio, Geeb got 6 questions right.
I did.
You may need to know that later. Geeb got 6 questions right.
Remember that.
And that has been, is it a Skyward Sword character, or is it not a Skyward Sword character? Thank you. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on whatever game Geeb makes up for me to play next week. Okay, not bad. I think you did a lot better than I thought you were going to do. I'll tell you that. I figured you would not get any of them right.
That last one, I really wanted that last one. Like, really badly wanted it. And
dude, fledgling, like a baby bird. Loft wings. Come on, man.
I don't know what a fledgling is.
Oh, my God. What? It's a baby bird.
Of course. I carry baby birds in my back pocket every day.
Well, I have them on my back porch like 3-4 times a year right up here.
We actually have 2 nests. We have a bird nest over here on our back porch as well.
Yeah, I keep them around. The fledglings, they jump out.
They're baby birds.
They fall.
They're baby birds, not fledglings. I call them baby birds.
But they're called. Anyway, doesn't matter. You did pretty good. Well, we got one thing left to talk about, and obviously this is the big one, the elephant.
Wait, we have more to talk about? I thought we were done now.
No, we're not. We have to talk about the thing.
The thing that's not a Switch Pro?
The thing that's not a Switch Pro. The Nintendo Switch OLED model.
Yep.
Real quick, right out of the gate here, I want to get this out of the way. Before we even start talking about it, because I know we're both very mixed on this. We're both very, very mixed on this. I want to get this out of the way right now. Are you buying it or are you not buying it?
I don't know. I don't. Let me answer this. In percentages, about a 20% chance that I'm buying this one. However, if this is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, if they release, if they release
don't go there yet. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this.
Okay, this one.
Are you buying this? You don't know.
As far as like, I'm 20% yes, 80% no. That if you want to go by those percentages, then I'm not buying it. But I might.
Wow. I'm 100% buying it.
Okay. Well, I mean, clearly you run a very successful YouTube channel.
Okay, but that's not why I'm buying it.
Why are you buying it?
I'm buying it because it does have something I want.
What would that be?
Obviously, the cool
enhanced audio.
The cool kickstand, man. No, I mean, obviously, it's the OLED panel, the bigger screen. I do want it. And here's why.
Me too.
When I'm not streaming, which at this point, most of my games, I stream. Like when I'm playing a game, most of the time, there's people watching along with me. I'm streaming. But there are times I don't play games and stream. I just play games. But every single one of those times is handheld. I play handheld all the time unless I'm streaming. That's why before before I started actually streaming games, I played the Switch Lite because I was strictly handheld. I barely ever used the TV. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for that part of it. And I have some theories. We're gonna do some tinfoil hat stuff. Obviously, that's what we do here. We do tinfoil hat stuff. So we're gonna do more of that.
Yeah. Neither of us have
that, don't you worry.
Neither of us have an actual tinfoil hat yet.
I'm gonna get us. I'm gonna get us some of those.
Maybe for our IRL podcast, we'll do that.
Yes, we'll make them. We'll make them that day, and we'll wear them that night.
Awesome.
And you know what? Let's take a real quick second. And did we even announce that last week?
I don't think we did.
We didn't. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know. Just so you guys know, in the coming weeks, I don't know how many weeks it is away from here, but probably
August.
Early
August. The first week of August, to be very specific.
Geeb is coming here. Coming here. We are going to do a in real life podcast together. We're going to make some videos. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Him and Abby both are coming here to stay for like 2 days. So we're gonna, we're gonna do all kinds of fun stuff.
I'm getting my tractor and drive alongside the highway in my tractor with all my belongings with Abby and the dog. The dog's not coming, but it's gonna be really fun. I cannot wait to.
No, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to get here. It's gonna be really cool. I have some ideas about some things, but we'll work those out as we go here. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that is happening soon. So if it's something that you would be interested in watching, you'll be able to do that soon.
If you want to see more of that kind of content, make sure to share this stream, share the podcast, and come to both of our streams and YouTube channels and hang out. That's how that can happen more. Because if we, that's how that happens more often.
All right, back to the point.
Yeah,
I'm buying it. I play handheld. I like the screen, and I think there's a lot of other. There's just some stuff that just does not add up here. We're gonna go into that, but really quick, I'm gonna pull my iPad here so I have everything. Let's go over the features really fast because everybody already knows them, and then we're gonna talk about what is not here, the big things that are not here. Obviously, we have the 7-inch OLED screen. That's what I'm excited about. I could honestly care less about the rest of it, to tell you the truth. Wide adjustable kickstand. That's good for people who play in tabletop mode. I don't play in tabletop mode ever. Do you?
Oh, tabletop.
I think I set my Switch up in tabletop mode one time just to like show somebody who didn't know what a Switch was. I think this is my theory. The people who have a Switch Lite play tabletop way more often than people who have a regular Switch, because with Switch Lite, that's your only option if you want to play with your friends. Whereas the Switch, it's like, I'll just throw it in my dock. Why would I put it on the freaking table? It's the dumbest idea. But yeah, unless you're gone.
Yeah. But I mean, but it's so the screen was so small that why would you even want to do that anyway?
Honestly, I think this size difference now, I mean, looking at the bezels on this, like that's going to be a noticeable size difference.
Oh, it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be like if you guys had the like iPhone, what was it, 8, and then you switched to the iPhone 10 because they skipped 9. Like when they reduced the bezels to nothing, got rid of the home button. That's the kind of upgrade this is going to be. It's going to blow your mind a little bit. I mean, we've seen it with phones for the past 3 years, so you're going to be less. It's going to be less crazy than the iPhone
but as
thing.
A Switch user, it is going. This is going to be a significant. It's going to even from Switch Lite to this is going to be massive. From the regular Switch, I think it's still going to be a pretty noticeable difference.
Oh yeah.
So moving on, the built-in Ethernet port, like, dude.
Next. How
is this a feature? In 2020, how is this a feature we are highlighting in 2021?
Next,
that is insane.
Because we all of us who needed it already bought freaking adapters.
Yeah, the LAN adapter.
So like, thanks Nintendo. Now I have a $20 useless piece of adapter. Thanks.
What's funny? It's just so funny that they're like, look at this. We put a LAN adapter right on the dock.
Look at this.
Are you serious?
Look at this.
The Xbox 360 had a damn LAN adapter. Like, what are you talking about?
And then online was better.
Like, where have you been? That part to me was just like, that's That's your big new feature.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So then another. This is a slap in the face. 64 gigabytes from the 32 gigabytes. Again, in 2021, what are you doing with 64 gigabytes? You download any game, like, no. Even Nintendo games are getting big now.
It'll hold like probably like less than 10 of your Nintendo games.
If that.
And not even one like Witcher or whatever. Like
yeah, like a third part. Like don't even try, because I don't even think you can still get well, maybe.
Yeah.
Like the NBA 2K. Like those games are huge.
I believe it's about 40 gigs on that. And you're not going to get 64, you're going to get like 54. Because 10 of that's going to be OS and other garbage.
Yeah.
So like you're going to get NBA and then like Mario Odyssey and then go home.
That's it. So what's the point? Like just leave it 32. Leave it 32 and stop trying to charge $50 extra for this thing. Because we're going to get into that too. Oh man, Nintendo is smart, man. They are smart.
If you're dumb, they're smart.
No. They're smart. I'm going to tell you why they're smart.
All right.
We're going to get into that first, right after this. So to finish up here, enhanced audio. We have no idea what that means. All they show is pictures of the speakers doing something.
And I'm doing this right here on the screen. What I want to say about that is, the original audio wasn't bad. The original audio
was that bad.
The original audio
had, like a problem with it.
The original audio was incredibly quiet. If you compare it to any smartphone on the market today, it was incredibly quiet. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's quiet. If you compare it to your smartphone, blast your smartphone up with your favorite podcast, the Drip and Geeb podcast, it'll go bananas. It's your phone. It'll go crazy. But if you turn the Drip and Geeb podcast on the Switch, this is why you keep me around. If you put the Drip and Geeb podcast on the Switch, it's not that it sounds bad. I think the speakers are good on the Switch. I like them. It's quiet. And that's just a fact. I mean, it's just decibels. It's quiet.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about this first. Before we talk about the features they don't have, because I don't want to forget this because you just brought it up. They're charging $50 more for this thing. That's very interesting to me that they're doing a price increase when you see.
You forgot one thing before we get to the price.
Oh, the Joy-Cons are the same?
Yeah.
No, we'll get there. That's in the
you have that plan?
That's in the stuff it doesn't have segment.
Gotcha.
Which is new Joy-Cons.
Okay.
This is what's insane. So yeah, we can talk about that. There's no new Joy-Cons. This thing doesn't have. Let's just do it real quick. It doesn't have 4K. There's no 4K support for the TV. The dock is different. I do want to talk about that. There's some stuff in the dock that's kind of like some other stuff might be going on, but nothing's different internally. It's literally the same insides as the Switch we have now.
Yeah.
Okay. They're charging $50 more for this. This is why Nintendo, dude, they're smart. They're so smart. Because I don't think this was the original plan, and we'll get into that too. But I don't think this was the original plan. I don't think this Switch was supposed to be what this Switch is right now. Maybe some of this, but I think there was supposed to be more. I think this chips shortage that we are in right now has completely pivoted their plan. And now this is the new plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why they kept everything inside the same. But in doing all that, they raised the price $50. But the reason it's $50 more is because it's got all these new features, right? The OLED screen. It's got all these new features. And it's part of the Switch family, right? If you don't want to pay that extra $50, it's fine. You can just get the $300 one, right?
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't think that's the way they're going with this.
Before you get all the way there, I want to talk about, because I don't want to be too downer on this, because again, we're both mixed, but we both have things we like about it. So let's just quickly talk about things that are good about this update, because everyone's going to be talking about the downs.
No. Okay, wait. I think you think I'm going somewhere else.
Okay.
Let me finish that thought real quick.
Okay.
I think the Switch we have now, this one, the one we're playing on right now, is going away within 6 months. I think it's gone completely. They're calling this new one a member of the Switch family, I don't think that's true. I think that is the replacement for this one. And right now, they're calling it the more expensive member of the Switch family so they can up the price, and it still makes sense. Why this other one's here, while this one is here?
Yeah.
That one makes sense at a higher price. But if this one goes away, that doesn't make sense anymore. So when this one's here, and then this one just slowly just phases out and is gone, and then this one comes into its place, now they have not decreased the price of something that's costing them less money to manufacture. They have successfully increased the price of something that is costing them less money to manufacture. I mean, dude, you got to admit, that is absolute genius.
Brilliant.
It's absolute genius. And that's exactly what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. And I think when we finally see this Switch phased out, that is when we'll see the Switch Lite version of the OLED come in to play. Because at that point, the jig is up. Everybody can see now they're phasing this one out. And they can be like, but it's fine because here's the new Switch Lite. And it's got the new screen too.
$249.99.
Maybe at that point, we'll see. Maybe they keep it at $199. Or do they go
not a
$249? You
not
think they bump it 52?
Chance. It's the same freaking thing. It's the same thing, except for they nerfed it and removed dock support. It's the same thing, but they got rid of dock support.
They all have the same thing.
And if you give it the better screen, the enhanced audio, the Joy-Cons are the same, so whatever, it doesn't matter. And honestly, we talked about this the other day. The buttons of the Switch Lite are better than the Joy-Cons.
Yes, they are. They are.
So
I like the buttons a lot better.
There is not if they release a Switch Lite, my eyes are closed because I can't believe what I'm saying. If they release a Switch Lite with a better screen for $199, I would officially give up trying to figure out Nintendo. I would give up. I give up.
I mean, you might as well anyway, because
I might even quit. I might even quit the podcast if they release a $199 Switch Lite with all the increased specs, the better specs for $199. I will quit the podcast because because they're not geniuses. They're absolute morons who are just trying to grab as much money from a dedicated fan base as possible. That's what that would mean. They're absolute idiots.
But can you really be mad? They're businessmen. They're not here to be our friends.
No. I'd be mad if they release it $199 because that means they're dumb. They're idiots.
They're stupid.
You're just dumb. You're bad businessmen, and you're trying to steal from us.
Anybody who wants a new Switch Lite's gonna pay $250 for it. But that's what they're doing. They're slowly increasing these prices, so we haven't got there yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll come back around. So this thing doesn't have any of the 4K. It's got none of the stuff we wanted, and that's obviously the big disappointment here. I even said, I don't expect a huge increase in anything, but I do expect a bump. Just something so it will fix some of the issues we have. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we didn't get it. We did not get it. And like I said, I talked about it in the video today. It worries me a little bit, but at the same time, it's I don't even really know how to go about thinking about this. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what they're going to do. Are we going to see another one? Is there going to be another one? Is that the plan? Like I said earlier with the whole chip shortage thing, maybe the plan changed. This is just, and I said that in a video 3 months ago. Do you remember that?
I do.
3 months ago, I said there's going to be two of them. This first one's not going to be the Pro, or vice versa. One of them will not be the Pro. One of them will be the model to replace the one we have now. This is it. This is clearly it. Because let me ask you this question. Do you think this makes sense at all to leave this new Switch on the market alongside of the one we have right now? What sense does that make? At a $50 difference, what is the point in keeping that one on the market? Why? I don't see any reason why that is going to benefit them in any way.
I think you're right on with your assessment that they are going to phase out, and it may be longer than 6 months. I'm thinking maybe a year, because that's realistically, we're not going to get Switch Pro probably. You're not going to have a Switch Pro, a real Pro, if we're getting one, until next Christmas, like in your hands.
This time next year is when we would hear something about
it. But like actually in your hands.
A year from now. Yes.
Yeah.
But so I think they're going to have to get everybody ready. They're going to have to phase the other one out, because I think another thing, this kind of goes together with it too. I mentioned, I've done a little bit of research, some, not a lot, but some. I do know this: the HDMI port on the back of these docks does not support 4K. So no matter whether you had a switch that could plug in there and push a 4K signal, this dock cannot take a 4K signal from the port it has on the back anywhere. It's not possible.
Right.
I think this dock, we'll know soon. Like once they start putting some stuff out and people start getting them in their hands, we'll know if this new dock has that capability.
I'm gonna get mad for a second. It better, because all they're taking extra $50 from everyone who's gonna buy this thing.
Right.
If they didn't future-proof it to that point.
Well, I think that's the plan, though. That's what I'm getting at.
We will
find out. I think this dock is part of this movie. Like, this dock is the piece that makes the 4K to the TV possible, compatible with all switches, even if we get another one next year. I think this is the piece that makes that 4K possible later. Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Let me add to that with that dock. I don't think it was you. I believe that I was watching a RGT85 video. Whoever it was you or somebody else. The dock has a noticeably bigger fan on the back of it.
I said that in today's video.
Was it in your video?
Said it. Spawnwave said. I saw him talk about it.
It's fine.
The back has the ports for the fan are massive.
There's one right there.
You can see it. Yeah, right there. They're massive. Okay. The ones on our current dock there's one tiny one, and it's nothing. And
what's stressed, because I don't think we actually officially mentioned here, is that it's the same on the internals. It's the same switch. There's nothing different about it. Internally.
Yeah, I did say that. I did mention that. It's the same thing. But,
so why would the dock need more fans, or at least bigger grills? Why would it need that?
That's the thing. When they changed the chip the first time from the V1 to the V2, this chip runs cooler. Yeah. It runs more efficient. That's why we got better battery life. Like, they don't need more cooling for this switch at all. None. If anything, you don't even need as much as you have at this point. So that's what makes me think, like, is this dock the setup for what's coming? Like, the rest of the new pieces of the Switch family? Because I can see this going total DS, 3DS style, where they just put out 10 different versions of the Switch. And, there's Switch games, and then there's Switch 2 games. But they all work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've actually, while I'm thinking about it, it was on Twitter. I saw this picture. It may have been Wood. I'm just name dropping here like crazy, but I'm just trying to remember who it was. Is all it is. But the picture was. It was like, I'm just gonna leave this here. Is what the quote was. I think it was Wood. It was like all the 3DS models. It's like you could just like stack of names for every 3DS that came out.
Dude, there's 100 of them.
And then like the Game Boy Advance, stack of names of different versions of that. And then
Game Boy Advance SE. Dude.
And then at the bottom was a little one Nintendo Switch logo. And I think the implication of that was there's just one. And there's stacks of names of these other ones, and technically speaking, we have two already.
That makes a ton of sense.
Actually, technically, we have 3 Switches. We have the Switch original, first Switch, the launch day Switch. Then we have the Switch Lite, and then we have the Switch revised number 2, which it wasn't officially.
We have 4.
Wasn't officially 4 with this one, so it wasn't officially different. But it definitely had a new chip, and it was definitely a different Switch. Twice as better battery life, ran cooler. Obviously, it's different. So this would be the 4th iteration of the Switch, but there's still stacks of names for the other ones. And Nintendo already said that this is the halfway point of this console's life point.
Switch. of the Switch.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is number 4. That means we're going to get 4 more potentially. Maybe not exactly 4. We could get 3, we could get 2, we could get 5.
Yeah.
But there's more coming.
I feel like
there's more coming.
Yes. I think that's, I think anybody who, like, whatever, man. Everybody wants to talk. I can't cuss here. It's YouTube. I keep forgetting that.
We've been good. I don't think we've done it slipped once.
No, I don't think we have. But everybody just wants to talk all this smack on people like, oh, yeah, no Switch Pro, no Switch Pro. But, dude, if you really actually think that Nintendo is not going to upgrade this stuff at some point, like, you're very naive. They have to. Like, they don't have a choice. Maybe they don't want to. Clearly, we can see with their hardware now, they don't want to. But comes a point where they have to. They have to.
Yeah.
To be involved in the gaming space, they have to keep up. Even if they're just barely there, they've got to keep up a little bit. Whether they lose third-party support or not, that's a whole nother thing. Again, said it in the video today, it's not our problem. If Nintendo's gonna make the same mistakes over and over and over again, that's not our problem. I like their games. I like their hardware. I'm still going to buy their hardware to play their games. But, like, if I don't get third-party games on the Switch, yeah, that sucks. I'd like to be able to play them all in one place. But, I mean, I have Game Pass.
Yeah. I have a little bit of rant, okay? So, not again. This podcast is the first time we're going to talk about this. We're kind of in, a lot of us in the chat and listening audience, you and I, we're kind of in a little bit of our own little bubble where we're like Switch enthusiasts, okay? Not everyone is a Switch enthusiast. Some people just like Nintendo and buy the latest console and play Nintendo games. We're a little bit different, okay? We have a different viewpoint on this. I watched a video of a tech YouTuber who I enjoy. I won't name his name. I do very much enjoy his content, but I'm going to rip him a little bit because he's a tech YouTuber, never talks about the Switch. But he released a video the other day, actually yesterday, about the Switch. And again, I really respect his tech opinions. I respect his tech opinions. I
bet I know who it is, and I didn't see that video. If I do know who it is, but I want to go watch it.
I don't think you know who I'm talking about, unless you are subscribed to him. It's not someone I've talked to you about. But
okay,
so I enjoy his videos. But he released a Switch video, and he looked at it from a different point of view. He looked at it from someone who knows about tech, but also just like a normal guy. But he also is a very smart businessman, and his point of view was like, Nintendo doesn't need to. It's kind of like my Mario Kart 9 point. Nintendo doesn't need to release one. They're flying high right now, and like they can. His point was they're too high.
Worst take ever.
Let me just continue. Let me just continue. They're flying. They're flying.
A terrible take.
They're flying high, and they have to wait to. They'd be dumb to do it before that starts to dip. And then once it starts to dip, then they should do that. But here's you think that's a smart listen, that's a smart business plan. That's how business works. Let me just finish.
Is that smart?
Let me just finish. You loose cannon you are.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm holding back here. Go.
Please hold back. I'll give you the floor after this. So that's number 1. You're mute. Okay.
I did it on purpose.
Okay. That's number 1, okay? I mean, whether it's okay, that's an opinion. Whether it's smart or not, whatever, who cares? The next point he made, which this is what made me rage. Nintendo doesn't have to release better hardware. It's also, not only did they not have to release better hardware, but it would be his opinion, would be too hard to release new hardware. He's like, look at the Switch as it is. It's hard, like, I can't even like repeat what he said. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm gonna try to repeat what he said from the top of my head. It'd be too hard to do such a thing. 4K on a device that size.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever
Isn't it though? Let me just finish because I gotta get this out. It'd be too hard to get 4K out of that device, even with stuff like DLSS. He said, because that's one. He says DLSS is one thing. Having native 4K is another, which I agree with. That's two different things.
Yeah. But that's fine. I don't want native 4K.
Hold on.
I don't give a shit about native 4K.
But his point was that Nintendo, it's too soon for them to do that. They should wait till it dips the numbers for the sales, and it'd be too hard. Because it's already good enough. It's good enough And it would be too hard to get that stuff in there without overheating, he didn't, I'm not quoting him exactly here, but that is what he said, that it would be too hard to make the Switch what we want it to be, because it's hard. He said the Xbox and PlayStation 5 already struggle
I'm
struggle
right
with 4K as it is. So can you imagine 4K on the Switch? Drip, take the floor. Rip them apart, please.
That is okay. First of all, the whole thing about they don't need to do it right now. Like, why would they do it now? Like, let's talk about that for a second from a business perspective. I agree. I guess that's his whoever this guy is. That's his opinion. That's fine. That is not the way I would like to run my business. If I have a business that is going this way, and I have an opportunity to make it go this way, why would I not take that opportunity? Why am I going to wait till it comes back down and then like, okay, it's going down. Let's do this other thing and then we'll take it back up to where it was. Don't you just want to go? Like, let's do this. Like, take it to the next level. Why sit stagnant? That makes no sense. That's just like with like what I'm doing right now with my channel. I've been sitting stagnant doing the same video forever. But today, I changed that. And it seems to be well received. I think going forward, I think that's actually going to make my numbers go up because I've changed something. I've made something better. I've taken more time to give people something better. And that's what they should do. That's what, I mean, honestly, that's not what every business does, but that's what you should do as a business owner, is try to you want your people to be happy. Like, you don't want them to be content. Like, yeah, that's fine. That's good. You want them to be happy. Talk about you good. Like, what are we doing right now? We're looking at Nintendo right now. Like, dude, really? Like, this is what you're doing? Yeah, sales are good, but like, look at what everybody's saying. And you're right. It's not the general fan base. We're in our own bubble. You're right. In the YouTube, Discord bubble of people who talk about this stuff nonstop. So it is a different place. But at the same time, it's like, we're the people who are talking about your product the most, and we're the ones sitting here dogging you. Like, don't you want us to talk good about you? Like, don't you want us to praise you and tell all the other people who watch us, like, how good you're doing, not how bad you're doing, not how little you're doing? Wouldn't you want that to be the perception of your business? I don't know. I mean, okay, that's that part of that. Now, the other part, and this is wow. Whoever this guy is clearly knows nothing about mobile technology or the Switch. Because saying that it's too hard to upgrade the Switch as it is right now is absolute bullshit, and clearly someone who does not know what they're talking about. This is 2015 technology that could easily be upgraded. Absolutely easily be upgraded. Let me tell you something right now. I was streaming Forza Horizon 4 on my cell phone. Streaming it on my cell phone. Okay? I wasn't playing it natively. Big difference there. That's fine. But I can tell you this right now. The way it looked while I was sitting right here, streaming it on my cell phone, this would not be able to look the way that looked. This screen, 10 times what that screen is. Probably 10 times what this new OLED screen is going to be. Fair?
Yep.
Okay. Not even that. Not even just the screen. That's just the Wi-Fi we're talking about. This phone right here could put this thing in the dirt. And this isn't even a brand new phone. This is an 11 Pro. Like, yeah. What are we on now? 13? 19?
Well, 12, but we're getting close to 13.
13's coming. Whatever. This thing could put that to shame. Absolutely no problem. Now, the argument is, well, that costs $1,000. This costs $300. None of that matters. None of that matters. Because this has a ton of stuff in it that doesn't even need. So you could take the parts out of something like this and put it into something like that. Maybe a little bit more expensive. Maybe. Maybe.
Yes. No, not maybe. Nintendo just confirmed it. It will be more expensive. We're going to pay at least $449 for a Switch Pro.
You're telling me that you think this OLED screen and these little BS updates are worth $50? You think that's a justifiable price for what we're getting?
I'm saying that when we get a Switch Pro, it's going to be $499 because they just released only OLED update, and that's $50.
I think it'll be $450 now.
$449. Yeah, we're saying.
Yeah, it'll be Okay, I thought you said $499.
No.
Yeah, $449. I think you're right. I think you're probably right. I'd go with that. It's absolute. That's crazy that somebody would say that the Switches can't be up. That's absolutely crazy.
He's a smart tech YouTuber. He's a tech YouTuber. He does phones. He's done it for a long time. He does other stuff. The fact that he said that blew my mind. I was yelling at Abby of my frustration, not at her, yelling to her about my frustration while watching this video yesterday after I got home from work. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
well, I can tell you this.
Listen, I was waiting for him to make the point that it was too expensive. Because if he would have went that route, I would have disagreed but could have understood. He didn't. He never said that it would have been too expensive.
Yeah, I disagree.
He just said it would be too hard. He said the Switch, he said the Xbox and the PlayStation already struggle with 4K as it stands. So how can you expect a tablet this size to have those results? That blew my freaking mind.
It's called synthetic 4K. It's DLSS, dude. It's here.
Look, for people who want 4K Switches who want native 4K, you're an idiot. Because you're not going to get that at a reasonable price. You're not. It's all about the reasonable price. Because of you maybe you pay $700, but most people are not, and Nintendo knows that. I can't.
I mean, they're moving their prices with the market, is what they're doing. But there's still a problem. There's still a problem because we do have the Xbox Series X at. It's 500, right?
Those look like
PlayStation.
Let me tell you right now, with the
PlayStation 5 is 500, but wait, there's a big problem. And this is where I'm like, oh, Nintendo, like you got to do something. You look at those at $500, and you're like, 500, 300 for a Switch. Oh, okay, but then there's the dark horse, the Xbox Series S. At $299,
dude,
which also does like 1440p and is a powerhouse. It's beyond what the Switch is doing. For now, $50 cheaper,
twice the resolution. Basically, like most Switch games are going to run at 720p. Most of them, especially third parties, even undocked, it's going to run right around 720p. This thing's going to run 1440p at $50 less. Now it's not handheld. Yes, it's not
Holy
handheld.
Crap. I just saw this in the chat. This is very important. I want to say this. Cassie says, why can Genshin run on mobile and not on Switch? That is the point to drive this all home right there.
Who was that?
Cassie said that.
Cassie?
Now listen, and she's 100% right about this, and this is been said. The developers have been asked why it wasn't on Switch for a while, and they said they're waiting for a hardware upgrade. But it's on mobile. It's a mobile game. But they don't want to put it on Switch because they're waiting for a hardware upgrade. So right there, anybody who says anything about mobile technology and not being there, they're just wrong. They're just wrong.
Let me Google search something real quick. You keep talking. I need to make a point, and you keep talking.
That's it. That proves the point right there. That is exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm really glad that was brought up because that's it right there. Like what other evidence do you need that the Switch is so far? Anybody who says the Switch isn't far behind is just they don't know what's inside the Switch. Then. I mean, there's rumors that NVIDIA was going to stop making the chip that's in the Switch. Now, whether that's true or not is a whole different story. You know, there's rumors everywhere about all that stuff. So who knows?
Sorry.
I mean, that's all I got. What are you looking up?
So I'm a Google Pixel user. Go Team Pixel.
What a nerd.
What a nerd. What a nerd. No, and listen, I like iPhones too. But here we go. Google Pixel. It's $349. The Pixel 4a. Pixel 4a. I believe that's last year's model.
But this is what I was going into before you actually interrupted me to do this. There are lower end budget phones that cost around $350 that do way more, that have way more in them.
This thing has a 5.8-inch full HD. That means 1080p OLED display. Big battery for the big-ish battery. 4G capability. A 12 megapixel camera, a very powerful Snapdragon Qualcomm processor, and Netflix and other stuff that's on Android.
We don't got to go into that. We're not even doing that right now.
This is last year. This is a phone from either 2019 or 2020. I can't remember exactly. $349.
Yeah.
And it can fit in your
OLED
pocket.
Switch.
It doesn't come with Joy-Cons. Slapping your face right now.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, it comes with 3 cameras.
Well, no, one. It's one. This one has 1 camera, or 2. One or 2.
At least 3 right there.
One's a flash. One's a flash. I'm telling you, one's a flash.
Four little modules right there.
One's a microphone. One's a microphone.
Okay, there's another one on the front.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I ignored the front-facing camera. You're right.
Yes. So it's got cameras all over it. The technology inside of those is not cheap, especially at that size.
It's not possible. You know what? I mean, I don't have that phone. I have the bigger brother, the 4XL, and it's not the A model. It's the normal one. It's slightly better processor. I can run. I think Breath of the Wild, if it was optimized for Android, would run 1080p, 60 FPS, easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, anybody who's gonna sit here and tell me, like, we beat this dead horse, but like,
did we though? I don't think we beat it enough, because I think some people need to hear it. If that's a guy who with the platform saying that kind of crap, who knows tech,
I don't know. Again, I'm buying it.
And breaking news. Jeeb's buying it. I'm doing it. I've decided.
Why not?
As much as crap as we talked right now about this thing.
Listen, I like the damn Switch. Like, I love the Switch. It's literally, the Switch is my favorite console ever.
It's fantastic.
And it's not even close. It's not even close.
I have the V1 model. I've used the V1 model, and I love it. I love it so much.
And dude, for you, going from a V1 to this,
yeah,
dude, yes,
yeah.
I've had so many comments like, I have a V1. Should I get this new one?
Yes.
I'm like, absolutely. There's no question.
And Abby and I share it, and especially like when I'm streaming, she can't play. We have a Switch Lite, but it'd be nice if you could play on the TV. And
that's what I'm saying. And I've got like, God, dude, I'm done with all this buying 100 Switches. Like, I like having the ones that I have. Like, I'm not getting rid of these, but like this yellow Switch Lite, I don't need it. These are special edition ones, like the Animal Crossing one, the Monster Hunter one. I'm never gonna get rid of these. I like these,
right?
But like, when I get my new one, these will be probably wiped, charged up really nice, and put on my shelf. And I'll probably take them off my shelf to make sure they're charged up really nice, like every 6 months, just to keep that battery real nice. Other than that, I'm not doing this multiple Switch thing, man. I'm done. Like, it's too much trouble. I don't know why I've been doing it so long. Once I get this OLED version, that will be my Switch. I'm going to buy that. I'm biting the bullet. I'm going to buy that 1 terabyte card.
Just sell a couple the Switch Lites you don't want. Just sell those.
Well, I have the yellow Switch Lite I can sell. I mean, I don't know, man. I've probably got some other stuff to offset the price a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I love my Switch Lite too much to sell. I just have the normal gray. I hate the gray one.
I have another one. I've got the Pokemon one down at the studio.
Yeah,
sitting on the shelf.
I have the gray one. I don't care for the color, but the buttons. This is what I was gonna get to early on. I was gonna say that if it comes out, if we get a 6-inch OLED on the Switch Lite, then that would be the one I would buy 100%.
Yeah.
First off, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for
No.
that. Number
Let
two.
Let me ask you how possible you think that actually is, because I think it's very, very possible we get it pretty soon. Honestly.
No idea. I have no idea. I'm not gonna pretend like
Not
I
even
know.
going.
Not gonna pretend like I know.
think,
I don't
honestly,
know. I'm not gonna pretend.
And I just want to just point something out. I don't want to gloat, but do you remember last week when I said we're getting an announcement in July for sure? We are going to see this thing in July. I said that last week on the podcast. I don't know if you remember that or not, but
well, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's podcast. If you want to check out the live stream of this, you can head over to youtube.com/dripmediagaming.
All right. Seriously though, I did say that.
You did, dude. You did. You pulled a Mario Golf on us, and you called it again. You did.
Felt right, man. Just felt right.
You were 100% right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Except for the fact that it's got nothing in it. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But yeah, I've said what I want to say about this, man. I'm done.
Look. We could go another. We could go another. I
know. We could go forever.
I could go 2 hours.
Go forever.
I enjoyed talking about.
I'm sure these people are here waiting right now to see who's going to win these Sanrio cards. So, I'd like to get them entered. That'll be fun. Yeah, that'd be really fun. I need to get them out of here because I have my own. I got one set out. I don't know how I ended up with 3 sets of these cards. I have no idea how I did that.
I don't know how you did that.
I've been sitting on this one for a while. This set, unopened, crispy. Look at that. Crispy.
Beautiful.
Okay. Take us out. I'm done.
Well, guys, that's going to wrap up today's podcast. For those of you in the stream, we're not done. Stick around and we're going to get to you guys in your questions and your super chats in just a second. For those of you listening, the audio listeners, thank you for listening. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast. Do not forget to follow the Drip and Geeb YouTube channel for the video format of this podcast that will be released. Who knows, whenever Drip decides to upload it.
It's going up tonight. Actually, I forgot. Busy week, man. Busy week.
I would throw some shit at you. Oh, oops.
The whole time. I know. I think I said it once too. It's fine.
Okay.
It's actually uploaded, so all we have to do is just put it live. I'll do that after this.
You can check out Uncle Geeb on Twitch at twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. Good times over there. You can follow Drip Media Gaming at youtube.com/Drip Media Gaming for his live streams. And also you can check out twitch.tv/Drip Media for his Twitch streams, which he's been doing a lot more recently. And go check it out. It's a lot of fun over there. And again, his YouTube channel, he's dropping banger videos every day, every week over there for sure.
God, don't say that. I am not dropping videos every day. That's wild.
And again,
never do that.
Patrons and YouTube supporters, appreciate you guys so much. You guys make the world go round. Fat Bottom Girls make the world go round. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next week.